So FTM, known as Fantom as well, it's something I haven't covered for quite a while. It's one of the fancy projects because when it comes to running, it runs like hell. It goes all the way up, and you can see this is its running story. I have covered 10 videos. I make 10 videos that I have talked about the overall running and the retracement. FTM has delivered on its 50% retracement by dropping. And of course, when it was going up, it had series of pullbacks. It's not that it just went up like this, like the rest of the coins, like Bitcoin or others who didn't have that big retracements. FTM did have that. It went up crazy, but the thing is that right now, FTM has it has created a double top, and it has started bleeding accordingly. So for the sake of double top, its first line of support is at 68 cents. That is somewhere where it should stop. That pretty much aligns itself with the 50% retracement story as well. This is where FTM should stop. It should not break this line of support. As long as 68 cents holds, you don't need to worry about any other lines of support. This should pretty much work out. But the moment it loses 68 cents and it's sitting at 70 cents right now, it is very close to its support. It's 2 cents away. The moment it loses its support of 68 cents, then FTM is going to start bleeding, and it is not going to stop at 65. It is going to go all the way down closer to the area of 60 cents, because then this thing is going to get way more bearish than it is supposed to be. Historically, what I have seen, when I say historically, I'm talking about the past 5 months. FTM is a runner. When it starts running, it runs really well. When it comes to bleeding, it doesn't bleed horribly. Based on its previous 5 months performance, when I look at FTM, I see it as a good performer. If I look at some other blockchain and I compare it to Optimism or Arbitrum or TIA or something else, when I compare it to those projects, then FTM is an outperformer. It doesn't bleed badly, and when it comes to running, it starts running well as well. That's not something that Arbitrum does. Optimism outperforms Arbitrum when it comes to running. It's not that the fundamentals are great with these people. In the longer run, Arbitrum is going to win anyway. The thing is, that is the larger perspective. We are talking about multiple years, right? We are talking about a year or 2 years, stuff like that. We are not talking about months. But if you look at it in the short term, these projects, they run really fast, and FTM, I have seen it always runs better than Optimism. And that is totally because of their investors and how Fantom is. When you look at Fantom is a very, very, very old project. And it was a dead project to begin with. So you can see historically, if we talk about larger perspective of FTM, this is how it was in 2021. It went up, and then it created one big ass double top. Everyone's mothers should have seen it, and then it delivered on the double top. No one thought that, okay, the double top basically takes the top and goes down that much. No one thought it will, but it was right there in front of them. It couldn't get more obvious than this. Anyway, right now, and of course it created double top on its way as well. There was a double top and it bled again. Right now, what we are seeing with the FTM, it's a bullish situation of FTM, and that doesn't mean FTM is going to stop at its March price. I think it's going to break its March top and go up. It's just because of what they have done with their latest update. I think now they call themselves Sonic. The upgrade was a success. People saw it as something great, and they all decided, I'm talking of the big whales, they all decided to come back to FTM and start investing in bits and pieces in it. Of course, it's not a multi-billion-dollar project. It's small. Sorry. But that is what revived FTM. Otherwise, what happened after 2021? this overall drop, and the reason it wasn't able to do much was because how FTM has initially placed itself in the market, it failed. And then they had smarter developers, smarter creators, founders of the project. They realized they need to adjust themselves with the market, change themselves, and then go ahead and work. They did that. People liked the new look of FTM, and they all started coming back to it. So how much they love them, it will really depend on how things go. But 60 cents is a great support. I think if 68 cents fail, which is the first line of support, then 60 cents is going to pretty much hold, just because of the fact it is historically a good support as well. If we talk about 2023, it has been an area of resistance, and now as it has gone up and is living above it, 60 cents is going to hold very, very well. So if you see, by the time you watch this video and you see 68 cents gone, you can rely on 60 cents. You can enter into it with confidence. The only thing that can go wrong if the market all of a sudden gets horrible and we start seeing Bitcoin at 15,000. If you are not seeing that kind of case scenario where the market is seeing a financial crisis and the crashes are happening, you wouldn't see it dropping below 60 cents. It should hold 60 cents pretty much.